Hey, welcome back to the channel. I had somebody email me and wanted a short product review for this Injora Rock Tarantula cage slash chassis for the TRX4 Mini by Traxxas. This cage, as I stated on the previous video, was was under $35. Now it does take the place of the entire chassis for the TRX4M. As you can see over in the corner back here, this was the original body and chassis that I had bought. It's a great truck, Land Rover Defender. Loved it because I'm a huge Land Rover nut. And I liked the fact that it was, had the detail that it did. Just a really nice rig right out of the box. The only problem was when I went to run it on the course that we have behind the hobby shop, it performed pretty good, but it was extremely top heavy and really, really heavy towards the back of the rig. And I believe it's mostly because of the stuff that's on the back. Now, I didn't want to lose all of that by taking it off and not having it on there, and just having a big open rear portion on this truck with a lot of open holes for where these things should have been attached. So I brought the truck home and messed with it around here, a couple little places I've got, and noticed that it just wouldn't do what I wanted it to do. Was really, like I said, I was really happy with it, but I just knew that you could get more out of it. And so I started looking around online and found that Rock Tarantula chassis. Now, in order to put that chassis together, I'm going to take this apart if I can get it out here. You basically have to lose, initially the body comes off. Everything you take out of that thing, you're just left with the main frame rails and the bumpers. So it's pretty simple to build that Rock Tarantula chassis. You just take the center skid out, drop both the front and rear axles, and you're ready to build the chassis. Now, the chassis, when you get it, it comes unassembled. It does have all the screws and some extras in order to build that chassis. But the only drawback that I had is that these screws are incredibly small. They're really small. I'm not going to take one out. I do believe I've got one here. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Let me try to get in my fingers here. But let's see. That is one of the screws. It is tiny. I mean, teeny tiny. So whenever you go to put these things together, they fasten fine. The problem that I had, and the problem that I saw on the reviews, is that guys were saying that whenever you did start to build the chassis, the screws would tighten up but wouldn't completely tighten to the point of stopping. So you have to be really you have to have, there's a certain amount of finesse you have to have whenever you start putting these things in here. I considered putting a dab of CA glue on every one of them just to make sure that they would stay together. I've had no problems with them backing out or trying to loosen up, even with tumbling it and it falling, turning over, anything like that. So I've not had any issues there, but you do have to be really easy when you put those screws in. Now, there's a couple places where you have to finesse the cage and the panel, like up here on the front on this hood. It was a little tough to get them to line up, but once you did get them lined up, there was no issues with them trying to back out or anything like that. It did come with a light bar. Light bar is not like the standard LEDs that come with the TRX4. It's just there as a bonus piece, and, you know, for a little bit of a cool factor. I've not had it out in the dark yet. So even when I do, I'm not looking for those to put out the light that the actual two headlights or the headlight kits that you put on these TRX4s. I'm not looking for the same amount of light from them. You have to consider, I mean, you do get it, but again, this whole thing is only $35. It's a very simple thing to build. You just have to take your time. As you can see, the bottom side, it is like a boat side, kind of similar to the old bombers. This being the main portion of the chassis itself. Center skid sits in the middle here, and you just basically use the hardware from your TRX4 to hang all this back together. The toughest part of getting it all back together is the front axle. Now, rear axle goes in there pretty easy, but the front axle with the servo and everything and how it kind of wants to rock and roll and get all out of, you know, cattywampus and trying to line up your drive shaft and get everything back in line. It's just a little tough. It's not like it's not doable. It's just a little tedious to get in there. But once it's in there, it is an absolutely wicked addition. Changes that thing. It's a whole nother animal now. As you can see, the departure and the approach and departure angles on this thing are incredible. Whereas with the Discovery body, you're kind of limited because of the bumpers and whatnot. It wants to hang, you know, when you come off of an obstacle. It wants to give you a little bit of a problem whenever you approach an obstacle. This one, no issues whatsoever. And I'll kind of give you an idea. Let's see what we got here. Just that old toolbox of mine there. I mean, as you can see, that thing just walks right up it. And that's forward or reverse, it would do this. And let me turn it around here. It would never ever do that with a stock body. Never do that at all. I mean, it's just a wicked little piece, and for $35, man, you can't beat it. So there it is. Would I suggest somebody buying it? I'm not going to suggest anything. Is it worth the money? Absolutely, it's worth the money. And it completely changes the whole attitude of that TRX4. I will try to drop a link down below this video to this. Like I said, it came off of Amazon. They do have several different colors, and there's several different manufacturers out there that have something similar to this. If you don't like this specific one, I'm just a huge axial bomber fan. This looked kind of like it, and so this is the one I went for. So anyway, Injora Rock Turantula chassis for the TRX4M. There it is. Hope you guys like it. If you want to check it out, again, I'll try to drop a link down below, and you can check it out for yourself on Amazon and even order yourself one. So there it is, fellas. You guys take good care. We will catch you on the next video.